Hi, this is a companion video to my two previous videos showing the zip stitch start for the peyote with a twist, not crochet, that has been devised by Gerlinde Lentz. I actually came up with the zip start, but peyote with a twist, not crochet is Gerlinde's invention. So several people had a question about how to get the peyote start for the zip pattern. Again, this is a companion video for the two previous videos, so if you're tuning in and you're like, what in the heck's going on, please go to my YouTube channel and watch the two previous videos. Several people had difficulty with the start, so I promised this video, and it's a pretty simple peyote, but I think what tripped people up in my original post was the thread, the starting thread that's coming out the top, I actually had coming out the bottom. And that's because originally I started in the middle and worked out with 2 needles, and it threw the thread path off a little bit. So to start off with, you need to pick up 1 silver bead, you need to pick up 8 white beads, 2 silver, 8 multicolored. These beads do come from Bead Haven in Frankenmuth, Michigan. The order number is PF Multi if you're interested in that. And then 1 metallic bead. So that is row 1 and 2. I've got that on my needle, and I'm going to go right into row 3. So row 3 is going to start off with, oops, I just dropped. See, I never use a stopper bead, and of course, you know, I never have trouble, but the second I start to make a video, then I'm going to have a problem. So hopefully that won't be an issue. Okay, so for row number 3, I'm going to pick up one of the multicolored beads, and I'm simply going to peyote 4 of the multicolored for forming my row 3. So pick up a bead, skip a bead, that's how you peyote. I'm not really teaching you basic peyote stitch here. This is just to demonstrate the start. Okay, so once you get the knack of this pattern, it's really pretty simple, and it hopefully will go a lot faster for you than what it is for me right now on the video. Okay, so I have just peyoted 4 of the multicolored beads. So the next bead that I need is a metallic bead, silver bead, and then I'm going to pass into the silver bead. Okay, and now I'm going to be switching over to the white beads, and I'm going to peyote 4 white beads. So pick up a white, I'm going into a white, pick up a white, and go into the next white, skipping a bead of course. Pick up another white, this should be number 3. And then picking up another white, that should give me number 4. Okay, and then I need to pick up a metallic bead and go into that last metallic bead. So this is what it should look like so far. Okay, and usually those first couple of rows are kind of fiddly, and that's okay. Row 4 is where it really starts to pull together, and row 4 we'll need to pay attention to the direction that the beads are heading, because we want our beads to be going in a line, okay, to create these lines that are going to make our pattern later when we do the peyote with the twist, not crochet. Okay, so the next bead we need to pick up for row 4, the first one is a multicolor. We're going to pass through the metallic bead, not the white one. Okay, so the metallic bead, and then we're going to pick up a metallic bead and pass through the white one. Now we need to do 4 white beads, and the first couple are pretty easy because you only have 2 options, go through a white or go through a white, so it's pretty simple. So 1, 2, maybe. It is a little bit of a challenge. If you saw my camera setup, you would probably die laughing because I have this big post. I'm actually beading around a stand, so my arms are hugging around. And I'm old, so I have to wear reading glasses. And so, yeah, you would crack up if you could see me. Okay, I almost went ahead and skipped ahead of myself. So I've beaded 2 white beads. I've picked up my 3rd white bead. Next, I need to go into the white bead. So make sure you're not, these can get flipped around. Make sure you're not going into the metallic bead. You want to go into the white bead. Okay, and then our fourth white bead needs to also go into the metallic bead. That's what helps create that line, that diagonal that's going to create our winding pattern in the bracelet. Okay, so we just did 4 white. Now we need to do a silver. And then we're going to use the multicolor. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a multicolor, go into a multicolor. I just whacked the stand. Sorry, guys. It's because I'm hugging this pole. Picked up another multi. Okay, and one more multi. Now, down here, okay, here's my metallic bead. It got flipped around and he's going the wrong way. He needs to be on the end. So I actually need to go into the multi. Okay, so this is how we should end up with rows 1 through 4. Okay, you following so far? Now, I want to take a minute to point something out. From this point forward until you get all of your rows worked, you're going to have a total of 4 white beads and a total of 4 multicolored in each row. So we have 1 multicolor here and then 1, 2, 3 down here. And the last time I checked, it's been a long time since I was in 2nd grade, but 3 plus 1 equals 4. Okay, so in our next row, we'll have 4 multis and we'll have 4 white, but the multis are going to be split up. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm going to pick up a multi. I'm going to go 1, 2. See, already I'm picking the same color beads to all be bunched up in a section, and that's going to drive me nuts. If I was not doing this for a demonstration, I would have to pick a different color bead, but I'm just going to let it go today. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 multicolor. The next one is going to be my silver bead, okay, to continue that diagonal line. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, my silver, then I'm going to peyote up 4 white ones. 1, 2. I hate watching other people bead. I think it's the most boring thing in the world. So hopefully this isn't boring you to tears. I guess you can always hit the pause button or the forward button. Okay, so I just peyoted my 4 white. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. My next one is a silver. Or metallic. These really aren't silver. I think it's because they tarnished. I think they used to be really silver. And now I'm picking up a multi. Okay, so 1 plus 3 is 4. I've got my 4 there. All right, here's where it's going to get tricky. I'm peyoting my next row. What are we on? Row 6? Okay, 1. 2 multi. Now I need to pick up my silver. So that should tell me that down here I'm only going to have 2 multi. Okay, 1 silver. Got my 4 white coming in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick up a multi. Not a multi, metallic, sorry. There's my metallic. And then I should pick up a multi. And let's see, oh, there's a bright one. And there's 2. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got my 4 there, and then my 2 metallics in between. Okay, so you're going to continue. I think you've gotten the idea. You're going to continue until your peyote piece looks like this. And then at that point, you're ready to do the zip join. You can check out my other videos for that and for the instructions on how to do that. I hope this was helpful. I hope it cleared up any of the questions that you had on how to start. Again, the first 4 rows are the toughest. After that, really, if you make a mistake, it's going to be pretty obvious because your lines aren't going to be there. So if you have questions, feel free to post in the comments section, and good luck and happy beading.